The following video is presented by Audience on Demand, programmatic solutions from Vivaki. For more information, go to audienceondemand.de.
Hi, I'm Ronan Shields. I'm one of the editors of Exchange Wire magazine. You're joining me today here at the Adtrader Berlin Conference 2015. We're lucky enough to be joined by Mr. Paul Gubbins, who's the head of Programmatic Demand for Millennial Media, who's also one of the panelists here today. Paul, thank you for joining us.
Hey Ronan, good to be here.
Great. Paul, much has been made about Germany being one of the biggest advertising markets in the world, but if you look at the proportionate spend of digital in that, it lags other markets such as the UK and the US. In your opinion, what do you think is necessary to help increase that proportion of digital spend of the overall budgets?
Good question. Well, I mean, Millennial Media, I guess Germany is a strategic growth area for us, both via our ad exchange and managed media part of the business. If you look at the complexities when it comes to the privacy legislations and what you can and can't do around the use of first and third party data, I guess it's been a little slower to adopt some of the programmatic upside that other countries have throughout Europe. We're working with a lot of our vendors at the moment to help execute private marketplaces and bring in more visibility of, I guess, advertiser requirements to publishers, but then also helping publishers expose their data in a privacy compliant way back out to the buy side.
You've mentioned, quite rightly, much of the data privacy constrictions here in the German market in particular. What kind of questions do you find advertisers are asking about compliance, and what kind of practical conversations are you guys having around, as you say, applying data-driven advertising strategies in a privacy-compliant way?
Okay, that's a really good question. I think you need to look at what emerging new data companies like AdSquare are starting to offer to the market. So in the desktop world, it's been very easy for people to track users across all types of browsers and connected devices using a cookie. However, in the mobile world, it doesn't necessarily work like that because we have apps, we have mobile websites, we have different browsers, and there isn't one universal identifier. So we're constantly asked as one of the leaders in the mobile, I guess, marketplace ecosystem to figure out what our advertisers can harness when it comes to forms of identification in the German market. What is privacy compliant? What can publishers actually expose when it comes to their first party data? So there's still a lot of confusion, and we're trying to work through with our publishers and I guess buy-side partners to figure out the best way for them to expose their inventory, but also the best way for our buyers to access that inventory.
And you mentioned what is the best way? Currently, what in the millennial media thinking, what is the official party line on that? What is the most practical way? What will you be talking about over the next 12 months, should we say?
Okay, for us, it's we're getting asked a lot specifically from the German market around private marketplaces. So all of these programmatic partners here that have been trading for a number of years in the desktop world have seen the efficiencies firsthand of programmatic direct, more recently automated guaranteed, and they're asking us how they execute that in the mobile space as well. So we're working a lot with our partners, i.e. the demand-side platforms, to help them upgrade to OpenRTB 2.2 or 2.3, the spec that enables them to ingest those deal IDs and start executing things like native. So for us at Millennial Media, it's very much around private marketplaces in Germany, but also we're taking a lot of demand now for native formats. But again, it's about education in the market, and that's why we're trying to spend a lot of time here doing the panel sessions, being out with our trading desk partners and DSPs to help them really understand and articulate what they can leverage from their existing data sets, then work with third-party vendors like AdSquare to help enrich what they already know in a PII compliant way.
Okay, great. Paul, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, and I'm sure we'll hear more as the conference continues.